What if the device in your hand right now is the very thing stealing your life away? In a world obsessed with screens, one man discovered an ancient truth that changed everything. In the busy city of Mumbai lived Vikram, a talented app developer. His life revolved around his smartphone. From morning until night, his eyes stayed fixed on screens. His fingers constantly scrolled through endless feeds. His mind jumped from one notification to another. Just 5 more minutes, Vikram would tell himself. Hours disappeared into the digital void. Friends stopped inviting him to gatherings. Deadlines at work piled up. The brilliant app idea he'd planned to develop for years remained just notes on his phone. One morning, Vikram woke to find his smartphone dead. Despite many attempts to charge it, the screen stayed black. Panic rushed through his body. Without thinking, he ran to the nearest electronics store. There he learned he would have to wait 2 days for the latest model. 2 days? Impossible! I need a phone now, Vikram shouted to the store manager. Perhaps this is a blessing, said an elderly man standing nearby. The stranger had a calm face with kind eyes that seemed to see right through Vikram. When was the last time you lived without that device? Vikram dismissed the old man with an annoyed wave. You don't understand. My entire life is on that phone. That's exactly my point, the stranger replied with a mysterious smile. He handed Vikram a worn business card. It simply read, Mohitiyanch Vadgan Village, where time stands still. With no phone and growing frustration, Vikram decided to visit his grandmother in her rural village. He planned to borrow her rarely used smartphone. By strange coincidence, or perhaps fate, her village was just 2 hours from this Mohitiyanche Vadgan place. When he reached his grandmother's house, Vikram was shocked. Her phone was missing too. It's been gone for months, she explained cheerfully. Our entire village gave up our devices from 7 to 8:30 each evening. But now many of us keep them put away most of the day too. We found something precious again. Vikram couldn't believe what he was hearing. An entire village without phones? That's crazy. How do you function? His grandmother laughed. We managed for thousands of years before these gadgets. Come to the village square this evening. You'll understand. Reluctantly, Vikram agreed. As evening came, a siren sounded from the village temple. To his amazement, he watched hundreds of villagers put away their devices at the same time. Some opened books. Others gathered in circles to talk. Children played traditional games in the dust. The atmosphere changed into something Vikram barely recognized. Real human connection. This is Mohitiyanche Vadgan's gift to the modern world, his grandmother explained. Digital detox isn't a new idea, but doing it together changes everything. Intrigued despite himself, Vikram agreed to stay 3 days until his new phone was ready. Those 3 days stretched into a week. He found himself sleeping better, thinking more clearly, and feeling strangely alive. In the village library, he found a handwritten journal. It was from someone who had visited before. The journal described a 30-day digital detox that had dramatically changed the writer's life. Inspired, Vikram made a decision. He would complete a full 30-day detox before returning to Mumbai. The first week was painful. His hands reached for a phantom phone hundreds of times daily. His mind craved constant stimulation. But slowly, something changed. By day 10, Vikram noticed he could focus for hours without interruption. By day 15, he had filled a notebook with detailed plans for his app idea. On day 21, something amazing happened. While helping fix the village school's roof, Vikram had a breakthrough about his app's function. He found a solution to the very problem that had blocked his progress for years. The answers were always inside me, he realized. I just couldn't hear them above the digital noise. By day 30, Vikram had coded the main functions of his app. He used the village's single community computer, available just 2 hours each day. With limited screen time, his productivity soared beyond anything he'd experienced in Mumbai. When the time came to return to the city, the village elder who had first welcomed him gave Vikram a small wooden box. Open this when you return to Mumbai, the elder instructed with a knowing smile. Back in his apartment, surrounded by the technology he once couldn't live without, Vikram opened the mysterious box. Inside was a simple hourglass and a note. This contains exactly 1 hour of sand. Use it wisely before returning to your devices each day. Curious about this strange gift, Vikram set the hourglass on his desk. He began to work without his usual digital distractions. To his surprise, in that single hour, he accomplished more than he typically did in an entire day. Over the following months, Vikram created a new routine. Each morning began with the hourglass hour. No phones, no internet, no distractions. Just pure, focused work on what truly mattered. After that foundation was laid, he would use technology with purpose rather than habit. 6 months later, Vikram launched his app to great success. When interviewed about his breakthrough, he shared the secret of the village digital detox and his hourglass method. The story went viral. It inspired thousands to reclaim their time and attention. What Vikram never expected was the letter that arrived exactly 1 year after his village stay. Inside was a newspaper clipping about Mohityanche Vagyan winning a national award for their digital detox program. With the clipping was a note from his grandmother. "The elder who gave you the hourglass asked me to tell you its secret. The sand inside isn't ordinary. It's from our temple grounds, mixed with ashes from the written distractions and regrets of 100 villagers who found freedom. The box and hourglass aren't magic. They're reminders that attention is the currency of life. Some spend it scrolling through others' moments instead of creating their own. The wisest invest it in what truly matters." Vikram finally understood. The mysterious old man in the electronics store, the village elder, and the journal writer were all the same person. It was the village leader who had started the digital detox movement years ago, after seeing children lost to screen addiction. The true power was never in the hourglass. It was in the conscious decision about where to direct attention. Technology itself wasn't the enemy. Being controlled by it was. Our devices promise to connect us to the world, yet often disconnect us from ourselves. True productivity begins not with better apps or time systems, but with mastering our attention. Like Vikram, we must learn that the quality of our focus determines the quality of our lives. Ask yourself, what might you create, discover, or become if you took back just 1 hour each day from the digital world? The most valuable resource isn't money or technology. It's your attention. Guard it carefully, invest it wisely, and watch as your life transforms. The power to change was always within you. It was waiting for the digital noise to quiet so you could finally hear it. What's one thing you're grateful for today? Let's spread some positivity in the comments. If you found this story inspiring, fuel the pulse of victory by liking this video and subscribing for more tales of resilience and success. Thank you.